Survival family, you guys are getting a bit different view for car napping this evening because Dad Survival is actually the one driving. He's off work today to Saturday, and I'm in the back. I was entertaining our son and he finally fell asleep, so we're just kind of driving around. At first this was a pain in the butt, but now it's kind of like our date type of like thing because we had to sit here and actually talk about our day and stuff. And also, like I said in our last video, we get to know the area really well. But anyway, all that aside, let's jump into this prepping with children topic, and that is 20 items that you can buy for Christmas that double as preps. You guys are probably a lot like our family, that you're on a budget. A lot of us are trying to prep and homestead, and things can be tight. And so we want to buy things for our children that they want, but I think it's also important to buy things that are practical as well. So some of these items are tangible, some of them are experiences, but I'm just gonna go ahead and jump into the top 20 items that I thought about. Number one is a sleeping bag, and I know for a fact that my niece and nephew love camping in their living room. They love going to their Mimi's, my mom, and sleeping over, and they always bring a sleeping bag. So this is super practical because they're gonna have sleepovers, they're gonna have to go to daycare, even at nap time they wanna use it, and it might like bribe them to go to nap time if they have a new sleeping bag. But it also can be there if your power goes out, you know, if you had to sleep in a tent for some reason, if you're bugging out. It's like you can get little kid ones that are lightweight, and be something in their bug out bag that they can carry that's going to keep them warm. Number two kind of goes along with that, but that is a fuzzy blanket. Our son, even at 4 months, loves fuzzy blankets. I think he's going to be one of those guys that likes to cuddle up and watch a movie, and I love that. And so I've been looking around to get some toddler size ones for him, and so I think this is a really good prep because if the power goes out, your first defense is to cover up with clothes and blankets. And so I think this could be a great addition to prepping, but also really exciting if you get like a fun pattern, or they make all kind of blankets with cartoons and your kids' favorite shows. And I just think it would be a really great prepping gift. Number three is a tent. Again, my niece and nephew love our tent. We have actually one in my son's room. I am going to be making a video over his room here shortly. But tents actually are really good if the power goes out. One of the tips is that in survival training is that you can lock yourself in a room and set up a tent, and then your body heat will actually heat the tent up and it will keep you warm. And so a tent can be really great because your kids love tents. They love to play in them, but at the same time it can double for an emergency situation. Number four is a hammock. I had one when I was about, I think, 5 or 6, and I used it all the way up through high school. I love taking it camping, and it could be an alternative place to either read a book instead of being inside, so you can get your kids out in the outdoors, or an alternative place to sleep if you need it. Number five is a backpack. Again, little kids love to carry around backpacks, or kids in general. They're gonna need it for school. And also, if you had to bug out, or even just your go bag, you can easily dump your kids' school stuff out, throw in whatever you need to take with you, and you're good to go. Number six is a flashlight. They seriously make the cutest little kid flashlights ever. There's like different, like the same thing as a blanket, different comics and cartoons and all kinds of stuff that you can find now with little flashlights. The kids love it, and it can be used for either playtime or if the power goes out and you need to be able to see, and you can have that next to their bed, and it'd be very easy to grab for them in case of an emergency. Number seven is a walkie talkie. These are so much fun to just play with. I know we used to play like hide and seek with them, and we used to go camping a lot when I grew up, so my parents would let us go ride our bikes, but we had to carry a walkie-talkie so they could check in on us. You know, I heard a mom at my church say that when she takes her little girl to the park, she loves to just run and get ahead of her, and she's constantly like yelling across the parking lot. So she found one that can attach to her wrist, and then that way she can just talk on the walkie-talkie and tell her to come back instead of like screaming like a crazy person. So they're very versatile in use. I was thinking prep though wise, like say my son, I needed him to stay at our bug out location and I need to go get firewood. We could use the walkie-talkies, and I could tell him, you know, stay in the house, and I could check in on him. So again, very versatile and very, very fun toy. Number 8 is a fun hat and gloves. Get your kids' favorite, brand or TV show on them. And it's for obvious purposes. They'll have them for school, or they'll have them in case the power goes out and it's cold, or they need to walk somewhere on foot. Very versatile and very useful. Number 9 is hiking boots. This one I cannot wait to buy for my son because we do like to go hiking a lot. We like to go on trails, and your feet do need to be protected. Your ankles need to be protected with good boots. So this is something that will get your child out in nature and get them used to, hiking around, but also will keep their feet dry and can be used in case you do have to go somewhere on foot as well. Number 10 is a kids garden kit. This is so cool. Again, I cannot wait to be able to buy this for my son, but you can make this or you can buy this. So you can make a little tiny garden for your kids if you don't want them in your actual garden, just because you know how kids are and you want to make sure things are growing correctly, or if you want them to be able to grow what they want and learn that way as well. But they make little kits that are easy for kids. It's good learning experience, and they're learning how to grow their own food. Number 11 is a good water bottle. I already have gotten a few of these for my son because I want to encourage him to drink water just in general. But I think that, if you're hiking or camping or bugging out, whatever the case may be, you're going to need a water bottle. Like, water is life. So I think getting a fun water bottle and like a fun color, or again, in their favorite cartoon or whatever, it would be a really great gift that I think kids would be excited about. Number 12 is giving them an activity book, like a coloring book. They make ones that, are numbers, ABCs, all kinds of things. This is something that I have in my son's go bag because there's going to be times where if you have to bug out, or say the power goes out, or during a storm, that you're going to want to distract them and have something for them to do. And so having like something as simple as a coloring book or an activity book that you can pull out and distract them and keep them busy, I think is going to be really vital. And at the same time, they can just have it for coloring, or just, so you can get the dishes done, laundry's done, whatever. Number 13 is an explorer kit. They have these on Amazon. They have them at Walmart. It's like little binoculars. You can make them like a little map. And this is something that I like. It's kind of like you buy, but it's also an experience, because this will get them out in nature. It'll get them used to walking around. It'll get them used to the area they're in, so they know that the area around their house. And I think it's just a really good idea to submerge your child in nature so that they're kind of already in that survival mindset if it has to come along. Number 14 is very similar, but it's a bug kit. I'm dreading this one if my son asks for it because I do not like bugs. But again, it's going to get them out in nature. It's going to get them identifying certain things, and I just think it's a really good gift for a prepping family. Number 16 is giving them a ticket to a free gun safety class. Now, I know not everybody is going to agree with this, but for our family, we want our son around boomsticks very, very young, just so that he doesn't think that they're a big deal. He's not like fascinated with them, and also he's learning gun safety, so we don't have to worry about him being around them, and he will know how to protect himself. So I think it's a great idea to gift a class to a young child, just so that they get used to it and they learn how to actually be around a weapon. Number 17 is gifting them a karate class. Again, a great experience to learn self-defense, to get them active, so that if they're in a situation and you're not around, they can learn to protect themselves and know how to take care of themselves. Number 18 is a bow and arrow. So if you don't want to get any boomsticks for them or let them be around boomsticks, I think a bow and arrow is a great step down from that, because it's still a weapon. It still can hunt. It could injure someone if you needed it to in self-defense, but it's not as powerful, I guess, as a firearm. So I think this is a really good starting point if you're a little bit nervous with giving your kids a firearm or getting them familiarized. And this is something that they can easily go out by themselves in their yard and do as target practice. 19 is a chicken coop kit. They have the cutest kits to build chicken coops on Amazon and different stores and stuff. And this is something that we want to do with our son probably next summer when he's a little bit older. But getting him involved, helping him build the chicken coop and getting him excited and letting him know, like, hey, like, this is going to be your responsibility. You're going to have these little chickens and you get to come out and get the eggs every day, and just getting him excited about that, I think, would be a really cool gift. Number 20 is a tree house kit. So they also make tree houses that they deliver to you, you can build. And I think this is a great way, again, to get kids out in nature, but also to teach them how to build a shelter, or at least kind of see how houses are built in the event of a collapse or something like that, where they might need to build themselves a house or might need to build a shelter. I think it really gets them in that type of mindset, and they can kind of build along with mom or dad and figure that out as well. All right, so those are my 20 ideas for Christmas gifts that double as preps. I'm really curious to know what you guys think about these ideas, so comment that in the section down below. As always, give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it. It's really helpful and it really helps this channel out. And I'll catch you guys all in the next one. Bye.